daughter overdosed on heroin, a devastating blow to any mother, to any family. But her story doesn't end there.
She regrouped with the help of the Morgan County Drug Task Force, and now she's warning others about the dangers of heroin and other drugs. As RTV6's Derek Thomas reports, she's using her story and heartbreak to help make our streets safer.
The drug problem in Morgan County has been described as epidemic. Last June, there were 5 overdose deaths in 9 days.
It's not really describable. I already knew before when I got the call. Sorry.
Tony McGraw is recalling that painful day when she learned that her daughter, 20-year-old Marissa, had overdosed on heroin and died. Marissa had been dabbling in drugs on and off since she was 14. She went to rehab multiple times, but was never able to break that grip the drugs had over her. McGraw is volunteering with the Morgan County Drug Task Force to tell Marissa's story.
I think that people give this perception that it's some horrible, unclean monster or drug addicts, and it's not. It's everybody. It could be anybody. My daughter was a beautiful 5'2", 100-pound girl, and it can get anybody. It can get a hold of anybody really quick.
McGraw has taken her message to First United Methodist Church in Martinsville and will have a string of speaking engagements to make the community aware.
Talk very openly and very realistically of how dangerous it is to even try drugs just one time, because it only takes one time, and something like heroin that's so addictive. It's so scary, and I think that I think talking is huge.
Law enforcement is a huge component too. Deputy Andy Beaver is on the front lines, patrolling the streets and making arrests. But he understands the need to disseminate information.
You can never go wrong with education. If you let your community know what's going on, try to educate the people, that's always a win-win situation. The program, we haven't been doing it long enough to really find out if it's going to work or not. But you can't get on base until you swing a bat. We have to do something.
They are doing something at Martinsville High School. Starting this coming fall, students involved in extracurricular activities like sports, band, and clubs must submit to random drug tests. About 40 students a month will be tested for tobacco as well as street drugs. If they test positive, they will be penalized for 1/3 of their season.
It's not that I caught you. It's the prevention, the safety, the deterrent, and the education piece. We can no longer bury our heads and say that we just don't want to know. What we don't know won't hurt us. That's just not the truth.
The first year of testing will cost $7,000. It will be paid for by a grant. But the principal says it's a small price to pay to reduce drug abuse. In Martinsville, Derek Thomas, RTV6.
The anti-drug campaign has taken to the airwaves. The Morgan County Substance Abuse Council has put together a series of television public service announcements that uses teenage actors warning their contemporaries about the dangers of drugs.